Yo, hello and welcome back. This is Frosthair, and we are watching Life today. We're watching Life. It's our Halloween Friday, and we're playing Fatal Frame. So we're watching Life, playing Fatal Frame. Very excited about this. Very excited to get going. Let's do it. We saved this last night. We're here. We're trying to look for what's her name. Where'd she go? She was back here. Oh shit, it's raining. So I used that thing for no reason because it's raining now. Like, this is the way it tells me to go? I mean, it's telling me to go this way, so... Little girl singing. It's creepy. Hope you guys can get it. Let's turn it up just a tad bit. Oh, you get water on the camera? That's dope. This is a new... There's a new area? We haven't gone over here yet? So Life is a movie it rides the coattails of Alien really well. Basically there's a space shuttle, and I forget how the alien gets on there, but there's like some organism they find, and they bring it on their ship and it starts killing everyone. I know I remember you. Oh shit. Oh well, so he's dead. Dude. Oh shit. She's like there like quick.
No.
Oh shit, hold on. I was trying to make us like breathe. Give me a minute, sorry. Shit. Let's see. Let's take a herbal medicine. Should full heal us. Okay, I got some of my glasses. I keep getting shit on my glasses. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. So got Ryan Reynolds in this. There we go. Oh shit! I used my thing. I didn't mean to.
Please don't. Let's die together.
like a boss fight, or I guess maybe not. I don't know. If you touch a weakened ghost, it triggers a fatal glance, and you will see its memories.
Haruka.
Touch the defeated ghost.
Ryuhi. Ryuhi. Haruka. Ryuhi.
The river brought her the knife. Okay, the maidens. Interesting.
You've seen too much. You cannot leave the mountain.
I'll leave where the fuck I want.
Dissolve into nothing.
Tainted. Ghost attacks may be tainted by the black water. This happens, your health will continuously decrease. Use purifying embers or defeat all present ghosts to remove it. Oh shit. Oh shit, purifying embers. Gotta use that shit. That was no joke. Got him. That Shrine Maiden. She's the one that brought Fuhui here, the one who made her. Did she get me? I think she got me. It's too dangerous, I can't stay here. I'll have to go back for now. Oh shit, I got hit. There we go. Also, I use so much film. There was an item over here. Can I go? Oh shit. It took me all the way here. Damn, okay. It like did not want me to. All the bodies? Yeah. those the maidens? While searching for her friend, Fuhuyu Himono ended up taking her own life. Having witnessed Fuhuyu's final moments, Yuri knows she wasn't alone when she died. What of that other woman who killed herself in the same way? Not to mention the mysterious shrine maiden sodden from the rain. Yuri managed to locate Hisoka's camera obscura along with the charm she always liked to wear. For now, she must return to the antique shop alone. Oh, we got an A, so I mean, we didn't do terrible. Mount Hakami. Let's see, costumes. Oh, we get the swimsuit for 10,000 points. Can I, like, see? I just want to see what they have. I want to see what it looks like. Ren Hojo, author who sent Hisoka to find the photographs, takes a close look at the album. One photo catches his eye and he decides to investigate further. He goes to Ian with the camera skirt, really his assistant. Okay. That's probably fine. It's probably fine. Probably fine. Psychic lens. I guess let's buy this. Ren Hojo, a writer, is haunted by a recurring dream in which he kills a young girl during a ritual. He receives an album of most modern photographs located on his request by Hisoka. Upon viewing one of the photos, Ren recognizes the very scene from his dreams. Eager to delve further into this puzzling mystery, Ren heads to the abandoned inn in person this time, bringing along his assistant, Rui Kagamiya. Is that the lady he kills signature? Oh, she moved.
Die with me.
She's beautiful, but she looks sad too.
Yeah.
Isn't she the type of woman that you get nervous around?
Yeah. There may be more of this stuff out there.
Shall I call Hisoka?
No, let's go there ourselves. It'll be quicker that way.
At this hour?
It won't take long.
So then, shouldn't you take the camera obscura? You haven't used it yet. This could be your chance.
This could be your chance.
People say there's something off about that place.
Okay.
Alright, well, let's take the camera. Measure upgrade. It displays the current health of a locked-on enemy. That's cool. There's an unfinished manuscript. It doesn't have a title, need more materials to solidify the theme. Memorial portraiture, the act of photography in dead bodies, was a practice in Western countries in the 19th century, a time when photography was still a rare and expensive luxury. The bodies of recently deceased family members and loved ones were photographed in lifelike poses as a solemn keepsake of remembrance. While researching the phenomenon, I discovered that a similar custom made its way to Japan as well. Known as postmortem photographs, a small number of these photos still remain. I have been fortunate enough to obtain one such photograph, which I found to contain a certain beauty lacking in the Western counterparts. When photography first arrived in Japan, it was accompanied by a prevalent superstition that photographs could steal a person's soul. Whether anyone truly believed this or not, it surely gave postpartum photography a special significance in Japan. If photos were taken with this belief in mind, the postpartum photographs would not simply have been taken as keepsakes for the mourning purposes. Rather, the practice may have carried to a deeper spiritual significance. Churen Hojo, this camera you left me to look at is a device known as a camera obscura. Its purpose is to capture images of the supernatural, things invisible to the naked eye. These cameras are incredibly rare, with an almost mythical status in the antiques market. A few have been known to exist, but this is the first I've ever seen with compound lenses. I don't mean to frighten you, but rumor holds that you own a camera obscura. That to own a camera obscura is to invite misfortune. They say everyone who has owned one has either died, lost their mind, or gone missing. The cameras themselves have outlived many owners. While some aficionados do seek them out, the stories of previous owners meeting with such misfortunes had had an impact on their value as antiques. My camera obscura was left to a local family after its previous owner passed away. They graciously gave it to me. I believe yours is still usable, but please exercise caution in doing so. Sincerely, Hisoka Kurosawa. P.S. The cover on your camera obscura is broken, but it seems it originally had a box shape. I doubt you'd sell it to me, but I would like to borrow it for a while if you don't mind. I'm happy to compensate. Please think it over. I left the shadow reading report on the sofa. I should take it with me just in case. Okay. Sofa. It may have some information. Ben Hojo. Finding items pertaining to postmortem photography at Mount Hakami, obtaining them if possible. From shadow reading using a postmortem photograph found at Mount Hakami as a token. Located album and postmortem photographs in a true manner. Took custody of object. Alright, here's the book on Mount Hakami. That would probably be ready to go. The Maiden Slayer. Mount Hakami has long been steeped in legends revolving around suicide and ghosts. Revered as a sacred place since time immemorial, it was once the worshipping ground and home of many shrine maidens. Once, there was a man who fell in love with a maiden and came to the mountain in order to court her. However, she remained loyal to her duties and refused his advances. Enraged, the man killed her and threw her into the river. Several days later, he returned with a torch and a blade and proceeded to brutally butcher all the shrine maidens on the mountain, tossing them into the river as he went. The waters of the mountain flowed red with blood, carrying the slaughtered corpses of the maidens all the way down to the pool of purification. It is said that the eyes of each of the shrine maidens has been gouged out. Just before killing the first maiden and tossing her to the river, the man's eyes met with those of the victim. Something in her eyes led him to murder the others, or so the legend goes. With all the maidens dead, he killed himself by cutting his own throat. The ghosts of shrine maidens, still drenched in the bloodied waters, have appeared on the mountain ever since. It is said that those who meet their eyes are led to their deaths. They follow the women into the water and drown themselves. Though only a legend, the story is believed to be based on an actual incident. Local records show the bodies of several shrine maidens were discovered long ago. Sorry guys, I'm fixing my shorts. And that all rituals and rites ceased to be performed from that day on. I need to shave, man. Mount Hojo can't clean up after himself. Mr. Hojo can't clean up himself. For someone who's lived so long, he's incapable of housework. He can't cook and he's bad at tidying up. I'm more like his caretaker than his assistant. He loses things all the time. Whenever he doesn't have a book he needs, he blows up. He usually ends up asking Mrs. Kurosawa for help. One time when I was trying to sort all his books, there was one I couldn't find anywhere. It's like it just disappeared. Miss Kurosawa found it with a shadow reading. She went into his room on her own, then came back out a little while later with the missing book. She just smiled and said something about making the invisible visible. What is this shadow reading business anyway? That reminds me of that one time. I was tidying up and I came across something I'd never seen before. It was like Mrs. Kurosawa said, the invisible became visible. It was kept inside an old box. I don't even know what it was. I put it aside to sort out later on, but when I went to take a proper look, it vanished. It must have gone invisible again. Head to the old part of the abandoned inn.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do it. I'm like I'm a little like, I'm just uncomfortable at the moment. I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
There's a local superstition warning people not to go up Mount Hikami after dusk. If you climb the mountain in the twilight hours, it'll show you a different form. Its true form. Only those who wish to die come here at that time. I think that's the inn where the album was found. This must be Ichiru Manor. So, do you think you'll be able to use a camera obscura? I think you should try it out first, just to be sure.
Okay.
This type of camera obscura allows you to take multiple photos at once. Using the multi-shot function, take 4 photos at once, dealing more damage to ghosts in your photograph. Taking multiple photos at once also helps to get fatal frame shots. After a multi-shot, the camera obscura will take longer than usual to reload the film. Keep in mind that multi-shots quickly use a lot of film, although standard camera obscura lenses do not work with Ren's camera obscura. Okay. Feel free to take more pictures you wish.
Is the camera working?
Okay, let's see. Ren's camera. I don't know, do I want to use this? Slows the enemy down while taking it, more damage, faster loading, sensor capabilities. I think I want the output. Take that one. More damage.
Well, you look like you, so yeah.
Is that a good thing?
We should go.
I hear the older part of this inn, the part that's further back inside, it was part of some temple or shrine. After it became an inn, the proprietor's family lived here, but it doesn't look like anyone was a massive landslide that hit Mount Hikami. Maybe they were all buried under the rubble. Hey, it looks like the album you asked for was found in the old building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure looks that way.
I don't see any items currently. Camera is reacting to something. Or is the same power still used for shadow reading? Drown. So they're messing with the alien life form. The guy's touching it, seeing how it reacts to his hand. But now, I mean, like, it's pretty dangerous. If you ask me. Hatch deductor show stuff. It must have been the wind. And in the shadows. Item over here. Where is it? Herbal medicine ×2, good. And we also got film. Ooh, film type 14. Hands waving in the dark. Gross.
don't think this is the way to the place Hisoka mentioned. It should be around here.
I mean, there's an item. Oh shit. There we go, got him. Come on. That should be enough, I think. Touch. Through the wall. Let's go. Oh no. Oh, that would be creepy as fuck. Extra 500 points to third glance. Take that.
This must be the room where Hisoka found that album.
It is the room where
Yeah.
Hisoka found the album.
It seems so.
Man shrouded in darkness. The camera is reacting to something. I forget what I'm supposed to do here. There we go. Phantom expose. Crumpled note has materialized. It's a note lying on the shelf. How long has it been since I lost everything? The mountain swallowed up half my inn. I've left. All I left is that old album of postmortem photographs, the one left by my father. I don't even know who these photos are of, but it's the last vestige of my family I have. How long have I spent here while we're in the darkness? It doesn't matter. I'll burn it all, and then there'll only be me. I think I'll end up in the observation room by the roof. The sunset is very lovely up there. Got him already, though. the light in life, the alien is starting to kind of kill the guy, the researcher who's... Oh, I'm sorry, what are you? About this. Got that fatal glance. So he goes upstairs. He's going for the rat. So the alien got out. The little alien life form got out. He's going for the rat. The mouse. It's petting the mouse. The mouse bit it, and it just killed the mouse. We got Ryan Reynolds' foot.
According to the stories, after the landslide, the owner of the inn moved to the 3rd floor. They say he burned himself to death there.
You can see the water on the
or
first
that
floor
he
through
threw
gaps.
himself
I don't
into
think I
the
can get
lake.
through here.
A common enough story.
Tell me about it. Since then, they say that if you look up at the 3rd floor veranda, you'll see someone looking back down.
Really?
I'm sorry.
What is this? Can we check out here? Can't see anything out the thick frosted glass window. Perhaps the landslide buried the building even up to this floor. going that way, but my item's over here. More film. 24. Was it 14? Was it 14? I thought it was 24. I guess not. I guess it was 14. Well, he's going that way. What's in here? It's locked. I can't open it. The camera's reacting to the door. Oh, it's in there. Cool. I can't hold any more 24s? I can't hold any more 14s. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Even before the landslide, there was always strange going on here. Some years ago, 2 girls went missing on a college field trip. The police were stumped. A few days later, one of the girls turned up again, seemingly out of her mind. There are lots of theories, but most people believe they were simply spirited away. The girl came back each year to look for her friend, like some sort of pilgrimage. Countless people have gone missing here over the years. We're all used to it by now. My father was spirited away too, as was the folklorist Kiji Watarai. Next it'll be my turn, I bet. I'll vanish the rest of them. I doubt anyone will think to come looking for me. Well, Ryan Reynolds just died. We know where to go. Can't get the hatch open. Sync shot. Taking photos identical to the psychic photographs of the camera Obscura can break seals blocking your access. There's something in the pipes. key and a yellow keychain. Okay, well, I mean, we know where it goes. That was bad. No, no, no. Aw, I wanted to touch it. Got him. Come on. The fort does eat through. The ghost left something behind. The place was gone from a tourist hotspot to a suicide hotspot, but I suppose that was always the case. This mountain and death go together side by side. Miko Mori was once known as the Grove of the Shrine Maidens, a sacred grove where the mountain's maidens oversaw the deaths of the pilgrims, easing their passing to the other side. I like that. I envy it. I wish someone would be there to see me off. Find something upstairs.
Rui, are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine.
She's fine. Take the item. No one's grabbed me in a while. I feel like that's... Where's the key? Good. Woman who was hanged. I think being able to walk. I think like in the first one I seem to remember like not being able to walk. While you... What is this? A mirror stone? If you run out of health, it protects you. Nice. I have still full health. I'm not wet. Mantra's fixed by sunset. Okay. This door is blocked. The guy just jumped. The sunset beckons, it's calling me into the water. It's the right thing to do. Film. Can't hold no more of that. Okay. Lock from the other side. Got him. Man staring at something. The Hormish charge. That man might have left some behind. If he did, it'll likely be where
Looks
he's
like
at.
there was a fire. This must be where the innkeeper moved.
Oh no, she's getting the rope.
Rui! Rui! What's wrong? Is something there?
Woman in the netherworld. Come on, attack him. Body shot. Come on. Load, 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 load.
What were you doing? Can't you remember anything? go home.
You cannot leave the mountain. You will dissolve into nothing.
Bitch, I have a camera. I'll fuck you up. That's just a huge ass shot. That one was easier than the other one.
We're leaving.
I'm dressed like a shrine maiden. She connected the note that I found. The album of postponed photographs was assembled by a folklorist who lived on the mountain. His name was Keiji Watari. He became fascinated by the custom and moved to Mount Hakami to study how to spread through Japan. My father seemed to take an interest in these photos as well. Strange foreign customs always fascinated him. While he was running the inn, he helped Watari collect postponed photographs from the nearby town. On Mount Hakami, water itself is deified. It seems like Watari wanted to get a deeper understanding of this unique outlook, so he set up a house in the forest to experience it firsthand. He was greatly aided by my father, who had already set up the inn at that point. He remodeled it from an old unused shrine. I think he thought the extra religious heft would help attract more visitors. One day, the folklorist went missing. Several people formed a search party, but they were unable to find a trace. Even the road to his house seemed to have been lost to the woods. My father scoured the mountain too, but all he found was that photo album. He was soaking wet when he got back. I remember he was acting strangely. His eyes had that curious glint, almost like he'd been possessed by something. The next thing I knew, my father went missing as well. I'd forgotten about the photos until I found them in the old building after the landslide. But now I understood my father left Watari too. These photos are so beautiful. We should get back. The photo album left behind by the innkeeper was put together by a folklorist leader in Mount Hakami. As Ren and Rui explored the inn and traced the spirit to his owner, a ghost tried to lure Rui to suicide. Then, through the pouring rain, an ominous shrine maiden appeared. Ren and Rui left the mountain with more questions than when they started. Okay, we got 75,000 points. That's good. Oh, that's on top of what we already had. Well, that's what we have total right now. Interlude, Shadow Reading, Yuri Kazukata. With Ahsoka still missing, Yuri recalls what she witnessed on the mountain. Fuhuya had taken her own life entranced by malevolent spirit, and the bodies of dead shrine maidens washed up at the pool of purification. These disquieting images leave Yuri with no doubt that Mount Hakami, houses some kind of horrifying secret. Yuri takes the camera Obscura that she found in the mountain and begins searching for a token that will lead her to Ahsoka.
Suicide, huh? There was no body, right? And you said, what was it? That lots of women's bodies washed up afterwards? I think there have been reports saying something like that before. Oh, well. I'll see what I can find out tomorrow.
Take our camera. This is the only picture of the camera obscura that shows anything. Dark silhouette standing looks like a body of water. The other photos are no good. They're all black as if they were exposed to strong light. This doesn't tell me anything. Maybe other clues in Hisoka's room. Let's see. I would like to upgrade her camera. Let's see. Oh, yeah, a lot of stuff. Okay. Let's go ahead and upgrade the stun lens. Because we can. Let's upgrade the loader. Let's upgrade this again. The stun lens might be useful. Yuri seems like probably the most likely. Got her. Hisoka Kurosawa leaving a room. She liked to sit at her desk to relax. Japanese style of the room helped her de-stress. The drawer is locked. There's something in the picture. It's a storm on the first floor. Ugh, man.
Forgive me.
Girl in uniform. What was that? Is there something in that room? Sure. And this isn't the room that we were originally going for, I don't think? Or I guess it is. There's an old file on top of some luggage. Looks like a report in a shadow reading case, but most of it's been erased, making it difficult to read. Subject: Akiri Narumi. Client: Kyoko Narumi. Token: personal photo. Details: subject deceased. Nothing I could do. A girl in school uniform. It's been crumpled up so many times you can't make out the face. Okay, let's go upstairs to the storeroom, I guess. The desk. Not here. Yeah, it's over here. I think it should be here. Should be it. There's a bed. Oh, this is something under the bed. It's a small key. Yeah, I know where it goes. Looks like a shadow reading request. Case closed, written in large red letters. Minu Hinsaki. Client Sachi Iyama. Personal photo. Disappeared searching for a missing brother, but was found. Mother of one, father unknown. Disappeared again 3 years later. Note: photographer. Client is daughter's garden. Search abandoned. Attempted showering so hard, Which traces were too weak to follow. Suspect subject is alive, but a newer, stronger token is required. Maybe that the subject does not want to be found. A warm but lonely expression. She looks like she might fade away at any moment. Sumi Kachina, family physician, personal photo, unstable family. Tendency to blame herself for strife with her half sister. Bears, self-inflicted wounds. Note, strict family may be a cause. We'll ask doctor to care for subject after subject is found. Search abandoned. Contacted by the family. Matter has been turned over to the police. Have been asked to drop the investigation. Yuri Kazukata. Personal photo. Emotionally unstable after family lost an accident. Dropped going to school a few days ago. Neighbors say she left home as normal. Claimed to see things others can't. Now recovered. Taken into custody. Observation required. Safely in my custody. Believe close attention is necessary. We'll look after for a while. That's me. I wonder how much I've changed since then. I still have a hard time looking at mirrors. Okay, well, I was one that she found. At least that's good, right? Check the desk in Hisoka's room. Run, 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 run. Oh, this isn't her room. I don't know what I'm doing in here. I'm making check this room. This is my room. This is her room. And this is her desk. There's a file tucked away, contains photos and sheets of paper. Hiroko Momose, F. Hamino, personal photo. Client and subject used to be cafe regulars. A group suicide was reported at the time of disappearance. Connection unknown. A quiet, gentle girl seemed keen to please others. Miyu Hinasaki, personal photo. Went looking for a birth mother. Missing since subject's childhood. Uttered something about Mount Wakami, according to her talent agent. Said to possess psychic powers. Client is very worried. Cassette tape from an answer machine. The client shows a date and the client's name. Missing person file for Kazuya Sakaki. Heard Hisoka mention her name before. Ren Hojo, hey. Known to wander off, went incommunicado while gathering postmortem photographs for Rem, awaiting possible contact. Gives a bad impression, seems quite unlike Ren. Seems a friend of Ren's. Goes a journal tucked away in the drawer. Met with a potential client. Doesn't know whether subject is alive or dead. Says she may have wandered off somewhere, maybe waiting for help. Doesn't want to leave home in case subject comes back on her own. I tripped up, said something I shouldn't have. I asked what she'd do when we found her. She laughed and said, when she gets back, there are things I want to tell her. Her smile looked forced. She looked worn down by it all. I should mind my own business. I'm worried about leaving Yuri alone, but this one's urgent. No time to lose. I have to go. This is the same girl. I think I've seen this picture already. Let's go this way. I can go down the stairs. I went the wrong way. Dumb. got something. Am I going out the front door of the building? This time I'll be the one who save you. Using the camera obscura, Yuri found a number of missing person cases without connecting Malakami. She was now more determined than ever to head to the mountain and find Hisoka. Fourth drop. Let's do it. Normal. Herbal medicine is good. Alright. Start episode. After finding a missing person found on Hisoka's desk, Yuri realizes Hisoka had been looking for Haruka Momose. She recalls that Fu said when she passed the Shrine of Dolls, "Haruka, she's here." With this in mind, Yuri heads to the Shrine of Dolls, hoping that if she finds Haruka, she may just learn of Hisoka's whereabouts too. What's up? You coming? You gonna fight me or what? Oh, she got me? Touch her.
There is no escape. I've seen into your souls, and now it is time to end this. This is the fate that awaits all who come to the mountain.
We got that fatal glance though. So lenses, like, is there another lens? Like, how do I? So I'm gonna have this. Like, how do I use this though? I think I want to go. Do I not want to go? Can I go this way? I can't go this way. It's just broken. Okay, type 7 is here this way. We'll use the medium, I guess, next time. Fatal glance. Extra 500 points. So how much was that total? Not bad. There we go. Just look at the shrine behind the waterfall. There's an item here. I'm waiting for something to grab me again. I woke to the sound of water. Should I press on or go back? This is the point of no return. If I want to see Fahuyi again. Oh, fuck, I missed her. Damn, that sucked. That sucked. This is film or embers? Purifying embers. Good. Oh, so we're reaching kind of the climax to the end of this movie. Wistful Shrine Maiden. Came here because of the sunset. It was so beautiful it made me want to cry. It was the same as the sunset I saw when I survived. The sun seemed to sink into the mountain. I had come to see it. Melting away into the waters of the mountain seemed natural. It seems right. I feel like the others are telling me, the ones who didn't survive. The sunset is drawing closer, and maybe I'm drawn to it. No, get off me! Let's see, purifying embers. Okay, let's see, go this way. unfathomable forest. Ooh, item. Perfect. Haruka peering into the river. Alright, there's an item on the other side. It's an old signpost. It's caked in moss, so we don't know what it says. I'm not, I don't think I'm wet. Yeah, I'm not wet. My health is down just a tiny bit. What is this? Oh, he's reading Goodnight Moon.
This is the hanging tree, I guess. Certainly looks like it. This is where... Huh? What? What is that?
Oh shit. Looming man. I got 5. Let's go. Come on, hit me. Oh, come on. I got him. Oh, shit. I thought that was a... No, I thought that was... Let's see. I kind of want to go this way, one of these 2 ways to get up there. Ah, I used the regular, I used the good film. That sucks. That's some good film again, though. 2014. Okay, so there's one more section where there could be items, and that's up here. Wandering Shrine Maidens. 3 of them. That's pretty good. Do I have? Oh my god, get out of here. How much do I have? 59 now? I could do this. This might be nice. Absorption might be good. Actually, the loader is the best part, but honestly, this one might be nice too. Output probably be next. Alright, so this is the loader spec there. We don't want to go that way, we want to go this way, I think, to over here. So yeah, this is the right way. Oh shit, no, don't run off the bridge. Murdered Shrine Maiden. Oh, so that's the guy. Man gouging out eyes. The fire dude. I'm waiting for someone to grab me. Fury didn't see the sunset. Only I could see it. That's why I have to go alone. The light in the setting sun lives on in the mountain. I wish Fury could have seen it. There's an item over here. Autumn. Oh, give me the film, baby. Give me the film. Oh, 61. Have more of the 61 than anything else. I want this though. I want the items. That's good. The items are what really drives the exploration in this game. Embers, purifying embers. Good. Purifying embers are always okay in my book. Rocks will block the road to the shrine. Maybe there's another way through. I wanted to look at whatever that was. That's blocked. Okay, so let's go back up this way, I guess. Kind of explored everywhere. Just take the left path everywhere we go. Just keep a lookout for items. Found at least one more. Yeah, we're coming to the end of life here, which likely means we'll probably also take a mini break while I figure out what else we're gonna watch. Maybe use the bathroom real quick. I don't know. See, I don't understand. I guess what I don't understand is why they didn't like think of this plan sooner. They're trying to get the alien off. Like, hey, let's have one person take the alien in the shuttle off the Haruka somewhere in the shrine. Oh, it's open now. This isn't creepy at all. Notes updated. It won't open, this being shut by a powerful force. Jake Gyllenhaal is the hero of the movie. Taking the alien out to deep space. Large altar ranges all stands called must be the shrine's hall of worship. It's a package. You got the crush lens. A lens that deals more damage to targets based on its level. If you use it, equip with the camera Obscura. Fuck yeah, let's do it. And Jake Gyllenhaal goes off into space with the creature. Ever since we survived, I felt like every day could be my last. I felt closer to Fuji than ever. It's nice sharing secrets with her, sharing my guilt. We often talk about the past. I remember a lot of things from back then. Like how her face was the first picture I drew in kindergarten. We split the sheet of paper and drew each other. I remember growing taller than her and how she stayed at my house while hers was being renovated. We often talked about that kind of stuff. Most of all, I remember singing the song Memories at kindergarten graduation. I looked over at Fuji and she was already looking at me, waving. Whenever I hear that song, it makes me want to go back there to that time. My whole life's been flashing before my eyes. All of the moments, that's the one I want to keep on living over and over forever. So the end of the movie, there's 2 pods. One pod off into space. One pod lands on Earth. The one that goes off into space is the one I can't really tell you without giving the end of the movie away, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. It's gonna happen right now. But the pod lands on Earth, and Jake Gyllenhaal has taken the alien and gone off into deep space, or so you think. That's what it leads you to believe with everything that's going on. But the pods actually kind of like bumped into each other when they were like both leaving the ship, and so Jake Gyllenhaal's ship with the alien has landed on Earth, and the other lady is heading out to deep space. And these Vietnamese people open the little the window, and they're letting the creature out of the pod, and that's the end of the movie. So, we're gonna take a quick break because I gotta do something for my wife, but we'll be right back.